Hi, welcome. This is just a little yoga before bed, just to wind down the day and get your body ready for rest. So if you want a little music, it's just a playlist in Spotify called Yoga Before Bed. So we're going to just start that. I'm just winding down the body. I'm already in my pajamas. I hope you are too. I always wonder when people are doing these slow down in their full yoga gear, like just roll right into bed after this. So we'll start with this nice comfortable seated position and just roll the shoulders up. And take them down your back. 2 more. And last one. And gently let one ear fall over to one shoulder. Take a nice deep breath, and on the exhale, try to let the other shoulder melt down. Drop chin to chest at center. Tip chin up towards the sky. And then back to center. Drop the ear over to the other shoulder. And as you exhale, try to let the shoulder melt away from the ear. Chin back to center. Gently roll shoulders up. Lift the chin. Bring both arms all the way up tall, and then we're going to take this in the twist. One hand over to opposite knee, sitting up tall. Place the other hand behind your back, maybe looking over the back shoulder, nice and gentle. Coming back to center, inhale both arms up. Exhale, hand over to the other knee. Maybe it's not comfortable to look back. You're just going to stay here neutral, or sitting up tall, place the other hand behind your tailbone. Gently look over the back shoulder. And coming back to center, both arms come up. With an exhale, both hands swing behind you, either holding opposite forearm and sitting up with a tall back and a tip chin, or interlace fingers. Roll shoulders up and back. Once again, letting one ear fall to one shoulder. Slow, deep breath. As you breathe throughout this, try to make the exhale just a little bit longer than the inhale. Ear to other shoulder. Preparing our body for sleep by stretching the neck and shoulders, kind of letting the stress of the day hopefully melt off a bit. And using that slow, deep breath. Exhale is long, setting our body up into that relaxation mode. Come into a tabletop. We're not going to make it up to stand today, so we're just going to take a nice tabletop with a cat and a cow. A couple arm circles on each side. So looking over at your right hand, exhale as you bring that hand back towards your knee, and then inhale a nice slow motion circle up and forward. Exhale it down and back. Inhale it all the way up and around. Exhale down and back. One more, and then this side, and then as it comes around, you're going to plant that palm. Switch right over to the other side. Nice, big, slow, 3 big circles. As this hand comes around this time, find that tabletop once again. Take another cat and cow. Inhale to arch and exhale to round. Inhale to a flat back. Big toes together, knees nice and wide. Bring hips back towards heels. Find your child's pose. If your forehead doesn't touch the mat, then cross your forearms. Let your forehead come down. Try to massage that space right between your eyebrows, gently rocking it side to side, either on your forearms or on the mat. And if you could imagine any worries from the day or stress, you're just relaxing and massaging out that space between your eyes. On your next inhale, slowly move back into your tabletop. Exhale to a rounded cat pose. Inhale to your tabletop. Exhale, hips back into your child's pose. We're going to do this a couple times, just nice and slow. Inhale up to your tabletop. Exhale, round. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, back, child's pose. Inhale it up. Exhale, round. Inhale, table. Exhale, back. We're going to take this child's pose again, and this time add a little stretch for the arms. So we're going to bring that forehead down to the mat, or if it doesn't touch the mat, if you can add a pillow here or something to support the head. And then we're going to bend the elbows and bring our palms together on the back of our head. So as the forehead rests on the mat, bring your palms together like you have a shark fin on the back of your head. Gently walk elbows forward, reach hips back, and breathe. Gently coming out, bringing palms back to the mat. Inhale up to your tabletop. This time we're going to exhale to a down dog. It's the only down dog of the sequence. You're going to tuck your toes and lift your hips. Stretch out the legs. One heel and then the other. Pedals back towards the mat. Find stillness. Breathe. Drop down to your knees. Drop down to your seat. Bring your feet around to the front. Bring the soles of your feet together, a little Baddha Konasana. Gentle movement in those knees, sitting up tall. Deep breath. Then we're going to come back into that twist once again. So cross your legs. If you have one foot on top, you're going to switch which one is on top. We're going to sit up tall. Next inhale, bring both arms up overhead. Exhale, bring that hand across your body, sitting up tall, gently looking over the back shoulder if that feels okay in your neck. Inhale, both arms all the way back up. Exhale, other side, sitting up tall, gently looking over the back shoulder. Inhale, bring it all the way back up. Exhale, bend your elbows, lift your heart, big sigh. Two more like that. Focus on the feeling of the shoulder blades sliding down and toward one another as you lift your chin. One more. Inhale all the way up. So we're going to take a stretch, arms, shoulders forward. So bring one arm down, cross over at the top, twist around into your eagle arms. If that's not comfortable, give yourself a hug. If you're good here in this twist, you're going to gently close your eyes, stretching the back of the shoulders. Unwind those arms, reach them all the way up. One of those goalposts, just bending the elbows, lifting the heart. All the way up again, and switch whichever arm was on the bottom. You're going to crisscross around or give yourself a hug. Switching which arm was on the bottom. Close your eyes. Unwind those arms. One more big stretch up. One more slow reach down, letting those shoulders fall, letting the shoulder blades release the tension in your back, bringing the fingertips down behind you. Uncross those feet. We're coming into a wide-legged forward fold. This is just the only standing pose, and we're only going to get halfway up. So we're going to slowly come onto knees. Come up into that forward fold, and then walk feet nice and wide. Inhale to a halfway lift first, lift halfway, and then exhale, head heavy towards the mat. Shake your head yes or no in that forward fold. Again, thinking of any tension from the day in your head and neck, just getting shaken off, coming down into the mat. All that energy, that busy energy from our mind coming down towards the ground. If you can touch your head all the way down to the ground, it's a nice feeling to plug in that top of your head to the floor. If your head doesn't touch, that's fine. Just imagine any of those worries and that cloud of busy brain activity just starting to come down towards the ground, starting to let go for the day. We're going to take this over into a gentle stretch. So start to bend one knee as you slowly start to walk hands over towards that foot. Straighten the other leg as much as it's comfortable. Be really gentle. Take a nice deep breath here. We're going to start to slowly walk hands back across the center, over to the other side, straightening that other one leg as you bend one knee. Deep, slow breaths. Come back into center, into that wide-legged forward fold. A nice little gentle rock side to side with the hips. Now you can stay here in the forward fold and just let yourself relax, or you could take a twist. So you're going to place one hand in the center of the mat, reach the other arm high. Roll the wrist out there in the sky. Bring your palm down. Switch to the other side, gently lifting that hand, maybe rolling the wrist out. Breathe. Bringing both hands down to the mat. Bend your knees a little bit and come up halfway. Letting those hands rest just above your knees. Rock your shoulders into the center. One and then the other side. Now you can stay here in this nice stretch, or you could come up, bring hands behind you, interlace fingers down towards the ground, or take that into a forward fold. Knuckles reach up to the sky behind you. Head is heavy. Breathe. Let go of any of the hands. Come back into that forward fold. A little side to side, one knee bends and then the other. Start to scoot feet closer together. Coming back down onto knees. Have a seat on your heels, roll shoulders out. Coming to lie down all the way onto your back. This is a really nice spot for a little release of the low back, so knees side to side. Then one figure four on each side. Pick up one foot, cross it over, gentle push away. Deep breath. Allowing the ground to fully support you. Allowing, if you could, to just let all your concern from the day melt into the ground. Making sure your exhale is nice and long. I'm going to cross on the other side. Uncross. If you'd like a little bridge pose, just a quick one for a couple breaths. We're going to press into those feet, lift the heels, press into the heels and lift the hips. One more nice full breath in that bridge. Slowly lower the hips back down to the floor. Bring the soles of the feet together, let the knees fall open. Bring those hands to your belly. You're going to really follow the breath and see if you can make that exhale longer than the inhale. So count the length of your inhale. Make the exhale longer. Last movement we're going to do here is to move into a legs up the wall or legs up imaginary wall. So if you don't have a wall nearby, you're just going to bring those feet straight up above you and wiggle your toes. If you have a wall or any kind of support, you're going to just turn, put your hips right next to the wall, turn and bring your feet up. Let them rest on against something. Again, hands to your belly. Slow down your breath. Make your breath the most important thing in your mind. Make that exhale super long and slow. Making sure that breath moves all the way down to your belly. Release the tension in your shoulders, in your neck, in your hips. If you do have support of the wall, if you want to bring the soles of your feet together for a breath or two, bring your knees nice and wide. Again, hands to belly, slow, full breaths. Exhale is long. If your mind brings up anything from the day, remind it that you are here now. All you're doing now is this next inhale, this next exhale. Be here now. Bringing those feet back up. Give a nice big wiggle, circle the ankles, wiggle the toes. Come on down out of legs up the wall. Bringing that Supta Baddha Konasana again, or knees wide, feet wide, knees tip onto one another. Back nice and flat. Deep, slow breath. As you wind down for bed, the most important thing is to stay in your body, stay in the present moment right now. With each inhale, remind yourself you're here now. With each exhale, invite that calm with a nice long, full exhale. Stay here, or extend those feet out and find a Shavasana, or roll yourself right into bed. But take this calm with you, quiet your mind, find your breath. If your brain starts to get busy, remember you are here now. All you need to do is inhale and exhale. Let your body melt into the support of the floor. Let your mind check out until tomorrow. Stay in Shavasana for as long as you'd like. I'm going to come up just to say goodnight. Good night, sweet yogis. Good night. Sweet dreams. Be good to yourself. Find that breath. Find the calm. Just be right here, right now. Good night.